2 officers remain hospitalized tonight, but they're expected to be okay. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm David Wade. Police shot the suspect who died at the scene. Tonight, this is still very much an active investigation. Let's get right to Ken McLeod, who's in Dorchester with the latest on this breaking story. Ken?
David and Lisa, a woman who lives in the triple-decker here on Ferndale Street, tells me the suspect in question had been agitated and argumentative for hours before police were summoned, but the situation escalated quickly when he pulled out a pistol and started pointing it at people. When gunfire erupted inside the triple-decker, Boston police thought they were on the verge of negotiating a peaceful surrender.
At some point during that, they were still speaking with the individual. Unexpectedly, he just fired upon the officers.
It was mid-morning when 911 calls brought police to 29 Ferndale Street in Dorchester amid reports of a man with a gun. Julie Clark lives there, knows the suspect, and says he'd been threatening to kill people during an ongoing argument.
I asked him to leave, and he just pulled out a gun and put it through his brother's head.
Police say the gunman then barricaded himself inside, drawing the SWAT team and police negotiators to the scene as neighbors were evacuated. But just before 3:30 this afternoon, police say he shot 3 officers whose comrades then returned fire, killing the suspect. Our I-team says he's in his 30s with a lengthy criminal record.
This highlights the dangers that the men and women of this department face every single day they put on this uniform.
The 3 wounded officers, 2 of them shot in the leg, the other grazed, were rushed to BMC, where their wounds are described as serious but not life-threatening. The district attorney visited them.
Their wives showed up crying. Their family members are terrified.
Several neighbors described the suspect as a frequent visitor to the house, not a resident. But even residents admitted the street has seen more than its share of trouble.
I'm concerned because I am not moving, I'm not going anywhere, and for something like this to blow off, it's very disturbing.
The recent spate of attacks on officers is prompting Boston's top cop to admit it's taking a mental toll on his troops.
You have officers shot like that and injured like we've seen the last couple of days. Your department emotionally takes a little bit of a hit.
Superintendent Long called these last several days a, quote, bad stretch for us. He says detectives are still canvassing this neighborhood for possible surveillance video, but he doesn't believe it'll shed much light on what happened here. Live in Dorchester tonight, Ken McLeod, WBZ News.